Welcome to the Blathering Live. Oh, Jesus. You guys, I think should be able to hear me. All right, there we go. The show is live. To prove it, all my cords were tangled up, and I couldn't move in my seat. Audio listeners have no idea. It's like, why is the show slow? Why is the show... Let me get... Hi, everybody. Welcome to Blathering Live. Another episode of me hanging out with you. I kind of like just crashing into the shows. I'll be honest. A lot of people checking in tonight, including Mr. McClunky, James Holmes from the UK, saying happy Friday time zones and that. Physics Buddy Joe is here. Beard is making its way back. It might be a little shorter. Professor Addie's here, which is a good thing because science is going to return tonight. Excited for that. Svetnik's here and hearing me. Jared the Tide Pilot's here. Some GOT. I want to thank everyone who took in the Castly Talk breakdown of episode 1 of Night of Seven Kingdoms. A lot of fun for us, a tiny little channel that's essentially been dormant other than the stuff I do here and clip out there. Some good turnout, and I'm thankful for it. And it's been fun. I watched the episode for the third time today. I haven't done that in a long while in Game of Thrones. Though I did watch twice the episode I'm going to review later today, episode 6 of season 7, which is weird because I also thought that was one of my least favorite episodes, but it's got things I love in it. Also on the show tonight, Sinful Confessions again. Please, I'd love for you all to call in and confess your sins. Confess your sins of what you've maybe done wrong, and we'll see if we can give you forgiveness. I'll share my sin in a second. We're also going to be talking about sports, taking calls, but please call in for that. Like I said, Addie's got science coming back here today. And then we're supposed to have, well, let me just bring in producer Steve. We're supposed to have Scotty J. Rowe calling in today. You excited about that?
I'm always excited to talk to Scotty. Scotty is one of my favorite people to hear from. Thank you, Ken, for having me, as always. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday. The crinkling, ASMR crinkling you're hearing
it sounds lovely.
As a taste test I'm going to do in a second.
Okay.
Scotty texted me today. The worst mistake of my life was giving Scotty my phone number. He texted me today, and he's like, I got a segment for the show tonight. I'm going to explain it when I get there. So it has something to do with music. So there we go.
Wait a minute. You mean I can just bring my segment ideas right to I don't even have to run them by you first? I've been taking all this time sending you notes on Discord for nothing. Damn. Okay, that would save me a lot of time.
Some people do.
I didn't know that was an option. Okay.
Apologize later. Look, I didn't reach out to Addie and say, "Dude, give me a science segment." She just did 60 seconds of science, and it turned into a hit. So she took a shot. She did ask for forgiveness, and she didn't need it because it was a hit. But I don't trust Scotty as much as I trust Dr. Eddie. But no, it's good. I know a little bit about it. He did run it by me. It's going to be good. Special thanks to my buddy Chris checking with a super chat already. Times are tough. I appreciate that, Chris, and we're going to get some Del Taco soon. And Jared gifting 5 channel memberships. Channel memberships are how you call in. And please confess your sins. Steve, do you have a little sin that you've done today or this week?
Today? I don't know if I've sinned today, unless sloth counts. I mean, I took a nap during lunchtime. Does that count?
The sin of sloth?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I lied to my dog. That counts.
What did you do? This is the stuff I'm talking about.
Yeah, I lied to the dog. Well, he's having issues, Ken. He ate a baby toy that he wasn't supposed to, so we're in the midst of dog drama. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Glad that sentence kept going. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Of course. Yeah. Good thing that. Yeah. No one's audio cut out or anything there, right? No. But here's the worst part, Ken. We're not even 10 minutes in, so I'll save some of the details. But he ate something that looks questionable on an X-ray. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that we basically would be telling the vet tech, like, I swear to God, what you're seeing there is not a toy that resembles Garland in a Christmas time. It is a pacifier chain. Okay, that's what you're seeing on the X-ray. Anyway, so we're in the midst of that kind of limbo. So he can't eat anything. Dog was outside, couldn't get him inside. So I lied to my dog openly and said, "I'll give you a treat if you come inside." He came inside, looked at me. I can't give him anything. Vet said not to feed him.
If I do that to Franny, she lets me hear about it. It's forgiven because you're not just playing around with your dog. I think there's a purpose. There's a compliance issue. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
fine.
I still felt guilty for what it's worth.
Mine was minor too because I've had this for the last 7 days. I've been without a washer in my garage. Died mid-load last week. And landlord calls her guy, nice guy. I really like him. But he's not a repairman. He runs like a shop and he does this on the side. So I'm kind of at his beck and call.
Yeah.
But there's no chance he's watching. 5 times between Thursday night and today, it's a week. About five times he just no-showed. Like, I'll be there tomorrow at 4. Nothing. And you do that like, oh, wait 30 minutes. Oh, wait 60. 90 minutes, I'm going to text you. And then nothing. And then the next morning, sorry, I was dealing with something, I couldn't get to you. Okay, cool. I've moved the blathering back. I've not taken a meeting. I've moved, you know what I mean? And we all been there. So I finally had him today. And I was supposed to go do something. And I told the person, I can't. And I made up that the repairman was at the house, which he wasn't. He was not due for 6 more hours. But I used as an excuse to not go into North Hollywood to do something. Is that a sin? Do I have forgiveness?
Is it a sin? Technically, yes. You know how the Catholics are. They can be sticklers. I mean, they're very much they say they're rule followers. So I would say on the technicality side, yes, it's a sin. But that's what we like to call a little white lie, Ken. Also, you have the interesting aspect there of like, it's not so much a lie as just a selective telling of the chain of events. Let's put it that way. Like the things all still happened. You just rearranged the way in which they happened and when you communicated to this person. So in my book, you're good.
Okay. In the audience, you let me know. Ace and Deuce says that, lying to your dog is a capital crime. And your dog might agree. Franny would agree.
No, I don't feel good about it.
Okay, so all right. So if you guys got a sin out there, call into the show, become a channel member or Patreon supporter at patreon.com/Napzok. Get the link to call in. It's pinned on Patreon. A couple things here, and we'll take. Scotty's not here yet. This is my slot for Scotty. Is he going to miss his opportunity for fame and fortune? I don't know. No, a little bit more here. No heavy lean into politics tonight for me. Appalled by everything, but also glued to some of the clips of the Jack Smith hearing and the former Michael Fanzone, the former Capitol police officer, getting into it. I loved all of it. Loved all of it.
Yeah.
But I was on Facebook last night, just doing the swing through on my personal channel because I have the professional channel, but the personal channel, and they're both pointless. But I went there. But you'll be surprised about. By the way, that stuff reaches more people than Blue Sky, like in terms of promotion. It's frustrating. So, anyways, long story short, a wife of a former, not a former friend, but like a friend I haven't talked to in a long time. His wife posted a TikTok of someone. You know those TikToks, the trend TikTok and Instagram Reels, where it's like someone's just sitting there on video, and this guy was just sipping smugly like a coffee. And then they put text up, and they never say anything. It's just text. Kind of fucking hate that shit anyways.
Yeah.
So he's just doing this. And it's like a manly man alpha dude. And it says, funny how the people that demanded I show them my vaccination card are now having problems with us asking for people's papers. And I saw that. I deleted her, someone I've known for 25 years.
Ken, they're so close to self-awareness. They're so close.
And I was just like, I was going to. And then before I deleted her, I scrolled down to like, what else she posted? And she posted this like, oh man, it sucks that I used to pay $100 for gas. And now thanks to Trump, I pay $65. And I was so close to underneath it putting like, that's awesome. Can you now discuss how Republicans are trying to erase trans people from existence through legislation? Can we discuss that for a second? And I was like, I can't do it. I'm out. I just deleted her. her. I do believe in having a mission. I do believe in finding effective ways to communicate, but that's not someone that's in my circle anymore. They're not going to listen. We're done. It's nothing today.
Maybe not as close as I thought, to be fair, with the added context.
Right. All right. We got some calls. I got a call from Chris here. We're going to take him soon here in a second because he was so generous with Super Chat. But here's what I got today. I ripped the front of the package. I went to I hate to say this. I have to admit it. I have done a really good job of not shopping there. I used to be a regular there. I had to go to Target for one. I had to go. I apologize.
Shame.
Total shame. There's something they have that's not I mean, I'm gonna make all the excuses in the world, but I don't go there a lot. Okay. But while I was there, Steve, I saw this. Red velvet Reese's Pieces. Reese's cups.
Oh. Ooh.
So,
okay.
I just opened it.
Okay. Is that a family pack? 4 cups?
4 cups.
All
Let me
right.
take a bite.
All right. Okay. Ken has bitten into it. That's like a half a cup there in one bite. He's assessing. Got to really get like the peanut butter, the red velvet, the chocolate. Kind of see how all the flavors marry together. He's doing the wafting like it's a good wine, glass of wine. It's okay. Take your time. 2 mms.
So Addie says that sounds terrible. I don't disagree with her on paper. I kind of went, but it's 2 great things. Reese's peanut butter cups, and I do like red velvet flavor. But it's two different worlds, Steve.
Yeah.
It's 2 colliding worlds. You literally taste them separately.
Okay, that's one of my questions here. I can kind of see here, but for the folks just watching or just listening, so it's red velvet, just layered, right? It's not like mixed or swirled or anything. It's just like red velvet on top of a Reese's cup, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish these
So,
2. But
how many Kens out of 5?
2.
2 Kens. That's it.
It's not a hit.
Okay.
It's taken 2 great things and combining them in an ungodly way.
Okay. So you just ate 2 cups, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea.
2. Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say freeze one of them. Freeze one of them and see how it is. See if that improves it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take a call from Chris. Oh, Chris just left. Okay, a call from Chris to go Scotty. I got a question. We're going to do sports as we always do. But I got a question for you. Do I look, not yet, I got to do this. Do I look like new Miami Dolphins head coach Jeff Hafley? Okay, ready? Right?
So his forehead is bigger still. Like
He's
that
got
hairline
a stronger
is,
hairline. He's got a stronger hairline.
I don't know if stronger is the word, Ken. Like it's like stronger. I mean, it's different. We'll put it that way. He has kind of like the bad guy in Avatar / like every drill instructor in like an anime or like Street Fighter or whatever, that kind of thing going on, but just like a smaller version of it. But it is starting way back. Like if you just kind of like put your finger up against his hair, there's a lot. There's a lot. Okay. There's not a lot of imagination there.
Okay. Just wondering. Okay.
But are you excited?
No, I'm not excited about it. You know, he and John Eric John Eric Williams, they seem super nice. They both seem like they have a good handle on what they want to do, but I am at the jaded point where what am I going to expect them to say when they get up there? You know, they're going to talk a good game. They seem to be real. It seems like they're basically saying next year we're going to go 4-13, which I get. And we have horrible salary cap issues. And so I wasn't super excited. I did want a splashier coach. I wanted Chris Shula. I wanted the family name, or not even like a Harbaugh or a Tomlin, but just, I don't know. But it didn't work with McDaniel, even though I still like Mike. And by the way, Mike is going to kill it. It was going to say San Diego and LA. What a perfect choice. Good luck to him. In fact, maybe Mike, I'll run into Mike. You know what my goal is now? To run into Mike McDaniel in Los Angeles and fist bump him and say, thanks for your 4 years. Because I liked him as a coach, but I don't know.
Get him to sign. You'll hopefully be wearing a Dolphins hat when that happens. You can get him to sign the hat and see what his reaction is. Yeah. Or
maybe
I'll in it or something.
I'll get my Zubaz. All right, let's take a call from Chris. Chris checking in today. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Sorry, I muted because I was going to eat. You got a thick beard today. Do you mind if I show it on camera for a second?
Yeah. This is a rare Thursday off for me. So by all means,
wow.
I'm on camera. I'm here. Just what this show needed is another white guy with a beard. So happy to be here.
It's coming in pretty solid, man. You know, this is really good stuff.
Yeah, I started growing it for my birthday last June. So happy 6 months to my beard, I guess. So there we are.
You look a little like the Big Show.
Like the Big Show?
If the Big Show just like housed Ozempic, like all of the Ozempic.
Yeah, it's really good.
I guess I'll take that.
It's a compliment. I love the Big Show.
I saw the Big
right.
Show in an airport once. Big guy, very big. He lives up to his name. Very large individual.
Yeah. There's. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh no, I think Steve might have mentioned the Big Show, seeing the Big Show a previous time, so that does sound familiar.
Yeah, a lot of wrestlers. There's a lot of them you meet, and they're a lot smaller than you think, especially nowadays. Mm-hmm. But Big Show, and then I stood next to Kevin Nash in Las Vegas at a wrestling thing. He is 7 feet tall. It's insane. Well, I finished chewing like a rude person. Chris, what's your question or your confession?
Yeah, so I mean, well, I did shop at Target today as well, but that was just to use up the last $40 worth of gift cards. So that's officially it for Target and
Fair
I.
enough. Yep.
Confession, the only thing it didn't happen. Sorry, did you have a Target thought there? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I think we're just slightly delayed. So you tell me. You tell me.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, there seems to be a bit of a lag or whatever. It didn't happen this week, but a confession of a sin. So I was at a grocery store a couple of years back and buying one of those deli sandwiches and like the hard plastic kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I was kind of juggling a bunch of stuff, trying to get to the checkout and all that stuff. Ended up dropping the sandwich, and of course it landed on its top and popped perfectly open and spilled the entire sandwich contents onto the floor of the grocery store. I looked around, nobody saw me. I scooped everything up and threw it right in the trash can.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you scooped it right up, threw it in your bag, and ate it later. I was going to say, you dirty dog, you.
No.
Oh, thank God.
I had not paid for the sandwich yet. I went back and got another one of the same kind, but I did technically waste the grocery store's food. But I feel like they get just a ton of write-offs for all the stuff that they
You made the right call.
Yeah, Steve, I'm with you. Why do you think you made the right call?
No one's going to eat that sandwich. No one wants the only thing that's worse than you stealing that sandwich, Chris, is if you had put that sandwich back and then some poor like mother who is just like trying to feed her kid like goes and it's like, okay, you and I, this is the last dollar I have. We're going to split this sandwich for dinner tonight, and they eat your floor sandwich. That's like the worst karma ever. So no, you made the right call throwing that thing in the trash.
Yeah,
sure.
and Dr. Addy's saying what I would have said is someone would have come along, swept it up, and thrown it away, and I think that's true. I think what you're feeling, Chris, is you and I are raised to be good little boys that follow the rules, and I think you feel bad for not addressing it with a staff member.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. It was just, I mean, it's on camera. I'm 100% positive of that, but just kind of one of those like, oh, crap, what do I do? Well, I just kind of panicked in the moment, just grabbed another roast beef cheddar, whatever it was, and just got on my way and got out of there out of embarrassment. So there we are.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice. No, I think you did. I think you did well. Chris, officially, you get the blathering absolve of your sins. You're absolved. You're free to live.
I appreciate that. Thank you to both.
Peace be with you.
Thanks, Chris. We're gonna get to
Right.
Scotty. Appreciate you, buddy. Let's catch up soon off air too. Adam Knight says I might be having a Steve. I might be having a stroke. Yeah, no, my eyes twitching.
Do you smell toast, Ken?
No, I smell red velvet Reese's cups.
Okay, well that's good. That means things are still working, so that's good.
Okay, it was all. I think it's because I did the Halfley face, and this is Jeff Halfley looking at Tua throw a ball. No, Adam Knight says
stuck that way.
Adam Knight says an occasional floor sandwich never killed me. Of course, I'm very big show size myself. Pay me no mind. Yeah, I'm good with. I dropped something small the other day that was part of a meal. I dropped it on my kitchen floor. I got mad. I cursed loudly, but then I ate it. I picked it up and continued cooking it. Because I told
yourself, then you ate it. So
Yeah,
you had to punish yourself first.
Yes, and I told myself by the time it comes out and it is on the dish, I'm not going to remember which one fell.
See, that would spoil the whole gander for me from like that whole then I wouldn't be able to trust any of it. And it's not that like the floor sandwich is going to kill you, Adam. I totally hear what you're saying. It's more that I don't want to make someone pay full price for a floor sandwich. That feels wrong, especially in this economy.
Yeah, this economy. All right, let's bring in, I don't know what this is going to be. Oh, my gosh. I don't know what this is going to be.
Name that tune, Kid Napzok. Name that tune.
Oh, my God. Scotty, I was telling him earlier, I I gave you my phone number, and it might be a regret. I kid, of course, but the funniest thing was you, Jerry, and Alden were texting. We're on a thread, and you were all texting me something, but I was in therapy, and so I had to turn my phone off. And then when I turned the phone back on, there was like 27 text messages from the thread, and I may have made a huge mistake. But I got through therapy, and I love you.
That's good. I love you too, buddy. It's a bunch of 30-year-olds. We're just trying to be as cool as you can. That's all we want, you know? That's all
You're doing a good job.
As cool as
So,
yeah. I have an idea.
Okay.
Say it.
I can barely hear you, so yes.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. It might be. Is it good now?
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
So, I thought it'd be fun to do a name that tune.
Yeah, what are we doing here? Yeah, okay.
I have my whole setup ready. I got my amp going. I'm gonna move the microphone towards my amp, and Steve, you can of course play along too. This first one's gonna be a giveaway. Now, I don't think we'll be hit with any sort of copyright strike or some sort of thing. I don't think we will.
Try. I think we are.
If we do, I'll send Ken $10.
Could someone please inform YouTube that my stream is in violation?
Now we just need to report it. Yeah, now you're in the bag.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's what's funny. He might make more money off me sending him $10. He could lie to me. He could totally lie to me and be like, "Yes, actually, I got flagged. You sent me $10."
I would never do that. Jared the TIE Pilot wants to know what Strat is that.
This is a wild one. This is it is I believe a Korean made Strat. Oh, Mexico made, in Mexico Strat. It's a weird one. This is one of those, like, I would say kind of like a God wink. Right after my sister passed away, 2 years ago, I was looking on Facebook Marketplace because I wanted a Strat, but it's like a player Strat. And this person was like, I gave up guitar. I used to play it at church all the time. I'm like, oh, that's cool, whatever. He sold it to me for $150. This is like a $700 Strat. Like, this is a nice. It is, and it's got like, for anyone that even cares, it's got coil taps. So like you can make it sound really plucky or sound really thick. It sounds a little bit like a Les Paul. It can do all different, total of combinations between pickups that are very unnatural for a Fender. So it's a very nice guitar. So it's been my main one for the last 2 years. But I love this guitar. I used to play a bunch of weird ones. But here's the first one. I think.
Okay.
I think.
All right, hold on. Let's set up some rules. So.
Okay.
Me and Steve are going to try to guess. We're not in competition. We're just trying to guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some popular ones in this. There's the first one you're going to get very quickly. So maybe the audience can participate too. I'm going to see. I'm going to look at the chat, while I play it, and whoever can guess.
Remember, I don't know anything about music because I don't listen to music because it makes me sad, Scotty.
Yeah,
so
Steve doesn't.
I'm very ignorant when it comes to music, so this is going to be a little embarrassing for me. But I'm happy to play.
He might weep. So everyone. Walks out.
And then if I guess them, what do I win?
Every time you guess, you win $1, and I will Venmo you your winnings.
Okay. If I get them all right, I want 5 unabridged minutes on Bombad Cast to myself.
Deal. Here we go.
All right. Let's try to do
that for a second, Ken.
Yeah, he did. He was like, "Not my show." We could hear that guitar, not necessarily you. Ken, that's the Replacements, and oh my God, why am I drawing blank? Oh my God, it's my favorite band. Why am I drawing a blank on the song title?
Mind you, when I was going through my divorce in early June and July, that's when I got Ken's number, and I was like, "Send me your favorite Replacement songs," and I'm blown away. This is the number one. This is like their biggest hit.
Oh, it's not "Kiss Me on the Bus," is it? I'm completely drawing a blank.
You are.
I'm completely drawing a blank.
I can't help you, man. I'm sorry.
It's not Bastards Are Young.
What are we doing here?
What?
This is my favorite band.
I completely drawn a blank.
Here's a title with.
Oh, It's Can't Hardly Wait. God damn it, Chris, help me a little. I completely, but I'm singing the song.
Yes,
I'm singing the song.
Man, Pop
I'm
Rock
telling
Radio
you,
is hosted by some sort of phony.
I'm telling you. I don't feel on to. I feel I might die. I might die tonight, Scotty. And then you can come move into my house. All right, sounds good. All right. I'll give myself a half point. I needed help. I didn't get that completely. I still got it enough to be on Bombad, but okay.
That sounds generous, but
next
okay.
up. I'm not hearing nothing. Not hearing
Did you
anything.
mute yourself, Scotty?
Did you mute yourself? Did you unplug your?
I wasn't hearing you talking for a second.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. Oh, this is live. We're live. Okay, try again. Yeah, okay, I heard that.
It's working.
I heard you broke. I heard you broke your sure microphone there. All right.
Hold it.
Okay, we're gonna have to work on some of the technical stuff for the next segment.
It's okay. This is who needs production meetings when you can just do it this way.
What's happening over there, Scotty? It's off, Scotty. Now it's off.
I think he did what I did 2 weeks ago, which was take his boom arm off of the thing, and now it's yep. There's a boom arm doing stuff it's not supposed to do.
I've got it rigged up in a way where you'll be able to hear it.
Okay.
I've been there before.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, Steve.
I feel like I've heard this in a million different like car commercials, but
yeah,
I don't. Yeah,
I don't have that one, Scotty. I'm not going on bum.
I'm the worst person to play this with.
Laserbolt, give me an answer, Laserbolt. I mean,
it sounds like it was in a Toyota-thon commercial.
Is it Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars, Uptown?
It's not.
No, it's not Uptown Funk. No.
I'll give you the answer.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Les Freak So Chic.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yep. Okay.
I'm not on Bombad. I lost. I'm not on Bombad. Okay, keep going. How many you got?
I can do 5 more.
But let's do 3 more. Let's do 3 more. Smashing Pumpkins. Today is the greatest day. Is that it? Am I right?
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
2 more.
Got it. Okay. 2 more. Yeah, it's an oldie. It's a classic rock song. Steve, yeah.
I know the song, but I'm blanking on any of the names.
Name the song.
It is by a southern rock band.
Skinnerd, right?
Nope. No, big no. You want to know who it is?
Steve said he got the song.
I did.
You said you got the song.
No, I know. I recognize it, but I don't know any of the. I couldn't give you the name or anything.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't think it was Skinner
Hit me, Scotty. Hit me.
Is it Crosby?
Allman Brothers. Jessica.
Allman Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Other than their song
one
Melissa. Other than their song Melissa, because I had a crush on a girl, Melissa, in high school. I don't know any Allman Brothers.
I gotta get one.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Steve? Is that Panama? Van Halen?
Okay.
Hey, I got one.
Good job. There. All right. I mean, I'm not going to be on Bombad Cast.
Look at me. Does that mean I get to go on?
Yeah,
for 5
I think
unbridled minutes.
I think Steve should go on Bombad Cast. He did better than me.
I had a great time the last time I was on. We had a very good time talking about Force Awakens.
I would welcome you, Steve, even though my microphone's now messed up and I look like I'm holding a robot penis.
Is that what they look like?
I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, what do we?
I don't know. What I want.
I mean, wouldn't it look like this? Wouldn't it look a little weird? And it's like kind of lanky, and you're like.
I mean, it would be that. All right, So I do love this, Scotty. I do love this. We're gonna do this again. We're just gonna work on how your setup is, so I can hear things.
I love y'all. Thank you so much for having me on, Steve.
Yeah. So bring Steve on the Bombad Cast on another night, and you guys broadcast on Thursdays. You guys got to switch that day.
I know we take your thunder.
Nah,
Your whole entire audience leaves, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Let's go
yeah.
to the really fun show."
You are my favorite Star Wars podcast, though.
Canon. Love you
Yeah,
guys.
it is. All right, Scotty, thank you, buddy. All right, a lot of fun. We almost did it. We did. I don't have that kind of knowledge anymore. The trivia knowledge, like when I go on Wangers and they do the Guess the Beatles song, like I lived my life as a Beatles fan, still do. I can't do it anymore, Steve. Do you think it's the stroke I've been having since 5 o'clock tonight, or do you think it's just the brain can't take it anymore after a certain age?
I think it's like the brain is kind of like RAM, like a computer. Like you've pushed that stuff out for like the more important things that you need to survive as an almost 50-year-old man. You know what I mean? Like your body has started to prioritize like, hey, no, we need to like, our cells need to know how to like work. So we're going to dedicate like energy to that versus, who starred in 1987's, blank movie. So yeah, I'm just happy I got one question right. Honestly, that made my night.
It's great. And you got probably the most important question. Is in Panama. I mean, Mark, some people in chat say Mark Ellis is disappointed with me. This is true. So I love that. Thank you, Scotty. No, that's the best. I love things like that. We'll do more of that. And Adam Knight, who's almost 50, says lots of love. He's going to catch the rest of the show on the replay. Check out Adam Knight's show. He's been going live talking about life lessons from pro wrestling and the world beyond. So it's great. All right, let's return to the world of science. We've got a little rock and roll, Steve. Let's go ahead and bring in our resident professor of smart things, Dr. Addy. I've got the cards up here. Just double checking that. Dr. Addy, how are you?
I am doing well tonight, Ken. How are you?
I think I'm going to be okay. And I know you're not a medical doctor, but do you any signs of stroke or seizure that you can give me that are happening right now?
Can you smile for me? You're fine.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. Is it this? Is it because I did this?
So was it your left eye that was twitching?
Yes.
My left eye twitches when I am extremely stressed. So.
Oh yeah, I'm a little stressed.
Yeah.
I'm a little stressed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had that pretty much for the entire month of December.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I'm still alive.
Okay, good to know. I've had it probably since May, but not the twitch. All right, so the science is back. We had a couple well-deserved weeks off for Dr. Addy, and we got a question from Kingsport, Cal, Addy, that you're going to answer. Yes.
Yes, we do. So tonight's question comes to us from Kingsport, Cal. Kingsport, Cal wanted me to clear up some of the misinformation on the internet regarding what is the actual environmental impact of AI.
Great. Love it.
And I do want to say before we start that there is a lot of misinformation about this on the internet. And everything that I am about to share with you all tonight, I got from the United Nations Environmental Program Committee.
Gotcha.
Ken, are we still in that? Are we still? I don't think we're in that anymore.
We might be out as
Are
a
we not
country.
still?
Yeah, we might be out
Addy,
as a
we
country.
still? Or do you know? Are we still in that? I feel like after Davos this week, I feel like we got kicked out of like all that shit. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I will say one of the reports I read was written by a number of U.S. based scientists. So our scientists,
like RFK scientists, or like real ones. Sorry, I'm going to shut up now. You do you're the expert.
The majority of them seem to work in the UC system. So
Okay. All right.
Good sign.
Yeah.
So good information.
I
We have to ask those things nowadays, Ken. That's all. I'm just doing public service.
I say all of that to say that I believe that this is well vetted information as opposed to random things you might see on the internet.
Gotcha. I appreciate that. I appreciate the clarification. All right, I got your cards. You tell me when to bring up your cards.
Okay, so let's bring up the first one, which has the question at the top. So there are 4 main concerns, according to the United Nations, regarding the negative environmental impacts of AI. And they circle around 4 different sort of quadrants. It's the electronic waste, it is the water consumption, sometimes referred to as freshwater consumption. It is the demand for critical minerals and rare earth elements, and it is the electricity consumption. So, important thing to note, in the last 12 years, we have 16 times the data centers that we had before, which are helping to run some of these generative AI servers and whatnot. And that is where a lot of this boom is the cause for the concern.
So I'm looking at your numbers here: 500,000 in 2012, 8 million in 2024.
Correct.
Okay.
So let's talk about each of these individually and what these things mean. And I want to provide some context for them. Okay. So when we talk about electronic waste, this is when the computers go bad and we have to throw them out. And they have to be replaced. The components have to be replaced. E-waste, as it is commonly referred to, often contains a lot of these rare earth minerals that we're talking about, including lead and mercury. Lead and mercury can be very dangerous to the environment and to human health if they are not properly disposed of. And unfortunately, only 22% of all e-waste, not from just AI, but all e-waste in general, only 22% of it is properly recycled.
I got a question, and this sounds like I'm being a dumb guy at the end of the bar, but you talk about this being to all e-waste. I got like a Dell tower in my storage that is 25 years old. I got to get rid of it. I got to do it right? I can't just toss this aside.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Correct. And proper e-waste, to not go on too big of a tangent, proper e-waste recycling usually involves breaking the components back down, stripping the rare earth and minerals and precious metals back out as much as possible so that they can be recycled into new electronics, and then properly disposing of the plastic casing. Unfortunately, that usually involves incineration, which is its own pollution problem. But there is a way that this is done that can reclaim some of the more precious metals to be used again.
Awesome.
Or throw the hard drive into a volcano, Ken. Just start there.
Could I just give it to Brady? Could I just give the tower to Brady?
Okay. I'm sure Brady could strip it for parts.
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay. All right. Ask and answer.
Okay. So the next one that I want to talk about, because I feel like these first two are not talked about as much as some of the other ones. So I want to talk about the minerals and the rare earth elements. And again, this is one that kind of applies to all computers, not just AI. A 2 kilogram computer requires 800 kilograms of raw materials in order to make it. And these materials are often mined in very destructive ways to the environment, including causing water pollution, habitat destruction through deforestation, air pollution, and toxic waste piles that we don't know what to do with and won't dispose of properly.
Gotcha. Okay. So this is why we got to take Greenland, though, right?
This is why we have to take Greenland.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So the two biggest ones, though, that you see on the internet are the freshwater consumption, or the water consumption, and the electricity consumption. So let's talk about the water consumption. It is estimated by the UN, and it is important to point out that the UN also points out that a lot of these numbers aren't required to be reported or tracked in any way. So these are best estimations based on what we know. And the UN does call for better tracking of this data so that we have a better understanding of what is happening.
Okay.
But by 2027, it's estimated that the infrastructure for AI will consume 6 times the amount of water that Denmark consumes annually, or half of the consumption of the United Kingdom. It's not just the data centers that are included in this estimate. It's also the water that is needed to do things like produce the semiconductors that run the data centers. and all of that. Global demand by 2027 is going to be 4.2 to 6.6 billion cubic meters of water. To put that into context for people, that is between 1.6 and 2.6 million Olympic swimming pools.
Ooh. Oof. Okay.
And
that's big, Steve.
It is important to point out that most of this consumption is not necessarily happening in the queries, which is what you hear a lot about, that, every time you use ChatGPT, it's like you're pouring a bottle of water down the drain. That is not necessarily true. A lot of this consumption comes from training the large language models. It is estimated that in order to train ChatGPT-3, 700,000 liters of water was evaporated, which is about a quarter of the size of an Olympic swimming pool. And I feel it's important to point out that 25% of the world's population doesn't have access to clean water, and it's getting scarcer. And it is this scientist's belief that fresh water will be the most valuable natural resource of the 21st century, and I will take any opportunity I can get to say that. So finally, we have the electricity consumption. A single request made through ChatGPT uses 10 times the energy of a Google search. Now, that is from 2024, and I don't know if that is predating my Google search now, including AI.
Gotcha.
In full transparency.
Yeah. Okay.
It is estimated that a tech hub in Ireland this year will use 35% of the country's whole energy usage. Fossil fuels are still the primary way we generate electricity, so that is why this is alarming, because we're generating a lot more carbon dioxide in this energy usage. This is why your electricity bill is going up. It's a supply and demand problem. And once again, it's not necessarily the queries, but the training of a large language model emits 300,000 kilograms of CO2, which is 5 times the lifetime emissions of the average car, 125 round-trip flights from New York City to Beijing, which is one of the longest flights you can take, or 30,000 times the streaming average of 1 hour of video. So 30,000 times watching this stream.
I would love those numbers. That's great. Okay. Yes.
In 12 years, like we said at the beginning, the number of data centers has increased 16 times from 500,000 to 8 million. The energy consumption of those data centers has doubled every 4 years.
Doubled every 4 years. Okay.
Yes.
Since
so
2012. Okay.
Really quickly, we can take the graphics down. There are benefits to this. The UN does point out that there may be the one hidden benefit of AI is its ability to process important environmental data and find patterns and anomalies that humans may take a while to find that might help us solve problems faster. And it's also important to point out that all of our technology, to some extent, has the same environmental problems that AI does. Your smartphone requires the mining of rare earth minerals that is destructive to the environment. This stream requires water and energy consumption to be broadcast around the world that can be problematic for the environment. What the UN calls for in their report is not that we don't use AI. It is that we are smart about it and we take these things into consideration and find green ways to use AI. So things like using renewable energy sources to power the data centers, or carbon offset models where you pay carbon taxes to pay for a renewable energy resource somewhere else because you can't use renewable energy to power your data center. I've heard from people in the business that some of these centers don't use fresh water, they use gray water. So it's not pouring drinking water down your sink, it's what you flush down the toilet. Cleaned up, obviously. But not drinkable. And so it's we also need a better collection system for this data so that we get accurate information. Now, I will say I took one for the team and I read the US AI action plan.
Scary.
Which of course just calls for increased infrastructure, rejecting radical climate dogma. That is a direct quote.
We don't want no woke climate knowledge.
Drill, baby, drill.
So, build, baby, build was the quote that is in that action plan.
So we haven't even evolved that much.
Yeah. Yep.
So anyway, I hope that sheds some light on some of the rumors and the fake news out there. I'm happy to take any questions that you have to the best of my ability. I took a lot of notes for you, Ken.
You're doing the Lord's work. And by the way, your care package got shipped out yesterday. So I appreciate this because I like to preach. I don't even know what to call the words anymore. I hate nuanced, and all those things become their own buzzwords. But I do like to hear all sides of it in the sense of I want to know. I have sat with people who use AI in a fashion beyond my comprehension, and they're not giving me, well, OpenAI says they're improving this. That's like Exxon saying, we found out gas is great. But when I sit with them, I don't have the information to debate them, but I just go, well, that sounds pretty good. And then I hear what you're saying. You got some great numbers. I think James Holmes said it well. The 10 times one Google search is something that hits home, but also that there's my ramble, Addie. Do you think that even this organization saying, we're not saying don't use AI, we're just saying we got to get better at it. Do you think we can get better at it? Have there been other examples in other industries where we did get actually better and not John Exxon telling us that it's good?
I admittedly am not enough in the tech sector to have another example. I invite anyone who might have an example to please give one.
Sure.
But I in these troubling and trying times, I try very hard to choose hope.
Yes.
So I hope we can do good.
Hey, Ken, can I try to sound smart for like 30 seconds?
Oh, man, I love it when you sound smart, Steve. It's quite frankly, it's a sexy thing.
So, low-key, I know a little bit about this stuff because it helps pay my bills in my real-world life. From working in the technology space. Addie made some really, really good points about like educating us on how this stuff works. I think one of the really, really cool things is the fact that, yes, we use a lot of toilet water to power and cool a lot of these data centers, especially where I live in Northern Virginia, which is famous for data centers. Okay. We are like data center. 70% of the world's internet runs through literally my backyard. Okay. Because of how many data centers we have in the county. Okay.
Tell the Russians that. Now they know where to launch the missiles.
Trust me, they know. Believe me, they know. The Americans was made here, Ken. Come on. They've known for 30 years. But here's the thing that I just want to put out into the world. I know it's very easy to go like, it's kind of like that Family Guy meme with Lois on the stage. She just goes AI bad and then everybody claps. Right? I get it. I understand that that's very easy to do. And I'm all about, hey, I don't love AI art, generative art, all that. We're there. Okay. We're all on the same page. But when we talk about the difference between generative AI, large language models, the way that AI is like pushing computing forward and the things it can do for all sorts of different things in the medical field, all the ways it can help with a lot of the math, the things that people like Addie do in the science field and how they are crunching numbers and how they're collecting data and how they're analyzing data. There's different use cases for these kinds of things. But there's also the room, and this is where I don't understand the liberal blue sky bubble for this, Ken. There's room for like the innovation of to fix this within itself, right? Like I don't understand the way, like it's very unprogressive of us to take this big giant thing and just completely shun it instead of understand the nuance, like you said, and find the practical applications, put common sense regulations on it so that we are protecting labor, we're protecting intellectual property, we're protecting people's ideas, but also not saying, the calculator is bad because it takes away people who used to do calculations. You know what I mean?
Right.
From just a super macro sense of it. So
I do. Yeah.
that's what I want to that's my 30. Well, that was more than 30 seconds, but you get it.
No, I get it. Adding to that. Addie, can you add?
I can add. I can also subtract. Multiplication and division get a little hairy. But that was dangerously close to wordplay. I will put myself in the corner after this.
It's all right. It's allowed. You're bringing value to the broadcast. You're allowed.
I have nothing to add except that I hope my hope tonight was not to vilify. My hope was to educate.
Oh, I think you nailed. I mean, character Blathering Ken aside, I really think you nailed it.
Okay.
I am not as smart as you two when it comes to stuff, and I've gotten I've upset people in the past where I'm just like, I was all again, same with Steve, generative AI, Tilly Norwood. We're not going to make movies like this. I got some friends in the comedy world who are like, hey, I made this video with AI, and I'm like, this is dumb. Like, stop it. Like, stop it. And also, if
I see one more Count Dooku as young Christopher Lee video just scrolling by YouTube, I don't even click on them. But why are they? Like, I don't engage. But why does it still show up?
And I'm uneducated, but it goes beyond just like a dumbed down version of what Steve said to me of like, hey, medical fields are using, because a lot of people are aware of that. But I just think in my mind, I've said this before, but like when it comes to like the electric car, right? I'll say something about an electric car to my pops, and my dad would be like, our grid can't take it. And my response is always then, we have to fix the grid. And I think what you're kind of presenting in an unbiased fashion, Addie, and what Steve you're saying is hey, we could fix this grid in a general sense.
And that's the poop water instead of the Dasani.
Poop water.
That's the thing though. Like that's what when Eddie talks about gray water, folks, that's what it is. It's pee and poop put through a filter, and then they put it on top of a data center.
And that's good drinking.
It's what they water the lawns with in Florida.
Here too. Yeah, we got those signs. Gray water, be careful. Yeah.
They have a better name. I think in Florida we called it reclaimed water.
Yes, reclaimed water is usually yeah. That's what in LA it's reclaimed water, yeah.
But it's poop water. And when the filters broke, our sprinkler heads all got toilet paper stuck in them. It was hilarious.
All right. Okay.
But
okay.
I think the whole point of what I'm trying to make with this and any technology, like technology is not bad. Technology is a tool. A lot of technology has revolutionized the world, including making this conversation that the three of us are having possible. I use technology every single day in my life. I just now that we are aware of the impact that some of these innovations can have on our globe, we just need to be conscious of what we're doing. That's all.
Yeah. And I think some people are touched upon it in chat. Who controls these companies? Who controls these learning language models? Regulations? And we got a government that doesn't want regulations. A lot of things. And that again, I'm not an expert on that stuff. I'm just saying that's part of the bigger picture. So Addie, Kingsport Cal asked a great question. And I think you provided some great information that people can then dive into more themselves. And I think you get a big round of applause.
Thank you very much. It was educational for me. I learned so much. I read so many reports. You guys can't see it, but Ken can. I took all the notes.
That's a lot of notes. Steve, it's a lot of notes.
All the notes.
It's like organized, color-coded, and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. I love my colored pens. I love my colored pens.
Who doesn't love a good selection of colored pens and pencils to use there?
AI's not replacing that passion, Ken.
They aren't. Addie, thank you. Appreciate you.
You are welcome. I will see you next week.
All right. Science with Dr. Addie. If you got a question, get into Patreon, get in that Discord. You can pose a question. James Holmes is leaving. He has this one question with a generous super chat. It's the AI apocalypse. Ken and Steve versus an AI four-slice toaster. 2 hits and you're concussed. It just aims for your head. Fire in this toaster. It has robot arms and legs for reloading. It's Steve's kitchen. Who wins? No off button. How are we going to defeat this AI 4-slice toaster launching bread at our head, Steve, with the strength of a rocket?
We're home field advantage, Ken. So we automatically get 3 points. We're kicking this AI toaster's ass. My kitchen is nice and narrow. I have like a curved like entryway into the eating area, like dining room area from the kitchen, and it's nice and narrow. Like you could do like the whole like clothesline thing with the refrigerator like move. So yeah, no, I'm taking us. We
got this. We got unplug it. We got cut the cord. Brady says answer is poop water. So I think we got it. Michael McCarthy asks how hard and fast can the toaster shoot the toast? I think we defeated it. James has a great question though. I appreciate that. There also
Brady in the tub. Jesus Christ.
Brady with a generous super chat. We got GOT in a second. We're going to push things back a little bit because I'm going to take a call from Detective McCarcel, who hasn't had a chance to call in here. But Malcolm, the obscure, I get. All those S's on screen in the username just caused me to have another early stroke warning. The obscure essayist writes, thank you again for the generous super chat. Hey, Ken, I confess that I think about your quote, all music should be sad/angry take too often. It's terrible. I love this. This is already great. Can you elaborate on why music shouldn't show the full range of emotion, but all other art can? It can. I think it's important to also write political songs, and I would not say though those might be sad. I think you should address that. I do like a good happy tune every now and then. I gotta confess, I do. I just think it comes from a point of if I'm gonna turn on music, I'm gonna be in my car. It's either got to be angry with a little bit of a middle finger or the British hand gesture, because that's why I love Oasis. I love a little attitude, or it's got to be I'm going to drink and jump off a bridge. Otherwise, I'll get my joy from other spots. And as I've admitted, I have written some songs now. Check out the Moon Agers' work. Go to Bandcamp, buy some of our music. Overpay for it and help me live. But if I'm not writing about how horribly depressed I am, I'd rather go just work in a coloring book. And so I get jealous when I see people who have actual musical talent and they're writing songs about Istanbul, not Constantinople. Like, you got to hit me with something real, man. You got to hit me with something real. And that's where I go. But Steve, you don't like any emotion. So I don't know your answer.
Okay, this change. I don't know. I don't understand how this changes every time we have this conversation. It went from I hate music to now music. I just don't feel emotion, Ken. Now I'm just a robot, apparently.
Physics Buddy says more ska. I can't take more than 2 seconds of ska. I can't take more than 2 seconds of ska.
Music makes me sad. That doesn't mean I don't like it. Okay,
you don't like music.
It makes me sad, Ken. I associate music with sad things. You want a confession, Ken? You want a confession? You want to do this?
Hit me with your best
shot.
You want
to do this?
Yeah.
You know what my favorite song is of like the last 15 years, and the one song that actually probably makes me happy, and I might actually smile when I hear it on the fucking radio or something like that. You want to know what it is, Ken?
Yeah, the last 15 years. Is it Katy Perry's cover of California Girls?
No, but you're close. It's Call Me Maybe. Absolute banger. 100% certified banger. And that is the only Carly. She is my queen. That is the only song probably that was made in the last 15 years, Ken, that isn't like Daft Punk, because I do like Daft Punk. So that was a good album. That was also 2013. So that was probably almost 10 years ago. I do love
that song.
Over 10 years ago. But that's the only song that makes me happy.
I danced at a wedding to that song. It's a good song.
Great song. Great song. It's the perfect pop song.
Right. Jared says Ska's tops. It's not. But like Chaperone has got some great, what I'd call happier song. Red Wine Supernova is not a depressing song to me. It's a horny song, and I love it. And I love dancing at weddings. But even so I'm a white person, so it means I enjoy dancing to the Killers' Just a Kiss song there. It was only a kiss, you know the tune.
Yeah. Mr. Brightside.
But that's a sad song.
Oh no, the other one. Yeah, but yeah, okay, yeah.
That's a sad song.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. It's not even necessarily that I need like acoustic guitars, pianos, and 9 minutes of sadness. You can give me just a happy, bouncy tune, but if the lyrics are like, my soul's cracking, I'm there.
It's interesting because I will, some of the songs that I will resonate with, like you were saying Oasis, like one of my favorite songs is Champagne Supernova. And you know why, Ken? because no one has a fucking clue what is going on in that song. And so
not even them.
It doesn't really make me sad. I don't have any sad memories associated with it. So that one kind of flies under the radar for me. Love that song. But songs that have like meaning and everything, all that kind of stuff. Oh no, it kills me.
I mean, we don't want to. We're going to do a bonus podcast one day about Steve and his broken soul with music. We're going to figure this out, but I love it.
Okay.
Right. Addie says the main complaint about Taylor Swift's album was she was too happy. Yeah, and that's not fair to Taylor. All right.
Taylor Swift is in the point where she can do nothing right. She's so popular, mega.
Yeah. I agree with that.
No matter what she does, they're gonna tear her down.
And I'm still pretty pro Taylor, just overall. Even though her music doesn't always strike a chord with me, but I'm pro Taylor, just in terms of what the world throws at her. I don't think it's always fair. All right, let's take a call from Detective McCarcel. He's got one of the best heads of hair we have here on the channel. But how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Long day of studying. Trying to
Good stuff.
literally read a textbook is
I couldn't do it.
It's as fun as it sounds.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Some people are like, "Oh, Ken, you're still looking for full-time work. Why don't you go back to school?" I'd better luck running my head into a brick wall. What's on your mind, Michael? Good to have you here. You got a question, a confession? Where are you at?
All right, it's a confession, but not necessarily because I think it's a sin, because I don't think it's a sin if I don't feel guilty about it. But
that must be nice.
We'll be the judge of that.
I have kind of pisses off my fiance, but I have a habit of inconveniencing people in traffic that I think deserve it.
Okay. Explain more. Explain. That you think deserve it. Okay.
I think I know where this is going.
Hit me.
Because of where I live, a lot of Blue Lives Matter stickers.
Got it.
A lot of because of very specifically the state that I'm in, a lot of pro-life stickers, but it's spelled Preaux.
Okay.
Oh, I get it.
As a play on go. Yeah.
Okay.
So just generally that vibe. Lots of big trucks that are just lifted.
Sure.
We've talked about my disdain for those before.
Okay.
So I either drive the speed limit or just, I could probably make the yellow and they could probably do it too, but I'm not gonna. I'll just be first in line. Things like that that just make me just, I feel it just brings joy to inconvenience these bad people.
Okay. And Ethan's saying, look, you got to have some guilt for this confession wrong, but is there any, why does you said it annoys your fiance?
She thinks it's actively dangerous. Like, again, I live in Louisiana, so people, the odds of someone in a big truck like that having a gun is that Venn diagram's a circle.
Sure. Yeah, no, I understand where she's coming from. You are part of the resistance with this, but you're not doing anything. You're not cutting them off. You're like I said, you're 10 and 2 and following the speed limit. If you want to go around me, go around me.
Yeah.
Right.
But like in heavy traffic, I could, get out of the left lane, let them go, but I don't. I just kind of get side by side with the car next to me and just stay
box
with
them. I love it's. Look, okay, so
and sometimes they'll really try to tailgate, and I'll tap the brakes just to really, really test them.
Okay, all right. Well, that could be dangerous, but all right. So
I only do that when I'm alone.
Steve, what do you think here? Is this a sin?
I mean, sin. Listen, my child, I think you should be careful about, actively like pissing off rednecks with guns and giant trucks. I think that's just generally not the safest thing to do. I think your fiance is just looking out for your safety, your future in that regard. I do thank you for your service for making these people's lives a little bit uncomfortable. So I don't think this is a sin so much as it is just like your little drop in the ocean of resistance of just trying to do your part. And it's like, is this what Martin Luther King was talking about when he meant like nonviolent, like aggression or shit like that? Like, here, stop at yellow lights, guys. Go the speed limit. You know what I mean?
And
I don't know. Like,
he was saying like,
anyone.
And a young white boy in the South will step in front of trucks. Yes. I think you're doing good. I think you're part of the resistance. Rad says Americans in your lane discipline. That's a sin in general. I love that. You got to know your lanes. Yeah, you're absolved. You're absolved of your sins here. Just we say go forth with caution.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll
And maybe
certainly
invest
try.
in bulletproof glass.
And as Ethan says, hey, you got a new car. Don't wreck it.
Hey, if they fuck it up, if they hit me, that is on their insurance, not mine.
There you
I
go.
hope they have insurance, detective.
I hope they do. I hope they do.
Oh, with
detective,
those big old trucks, they promise.
Thank you for calling in, buddy. Good to hear from you again.
Good to talk to you guys. See y'all.
All right, we got one more confession coming in from Ethan, Game of Thrones Sports. Let's take Ethan's call right now and get this sinful confession in. And Jared's okay, right, Jared? You don't have anything pressing to do in your life? You can just talk Game of Thrones whenever I demand it? Okay, all right, he says okay. Yeah, he says okay. Oh, yeah, he just showed me a pipe of some sort. All right, Ethan, Zvetnik1138 is his username, but we know him as Ethan. You've got a sin to confess. Please present it to us here today.
Yes, forgive me, Ken, for I have sinned.
I love it.
Yeah, you're here too, Steve, but you're not the host of the show.
What about me? I was like, should I put like a hood on or something? And we should have like candles lit or something.
The power of absolution belongs to Ken, as he is the host of the show.
That's his show. That's fair. I'm just the page boy who like writes shit down.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, never mind. I won't say you're the altar boy.
Just move on. Just keep it moving.
Okay. Okay. So this last Monday was my birthday, and my mother-in-law purchased me. Thank you. My mother-in-law purchased me the new Indiana Jones video game. Okay. However, I already own that game, and I didn't want to make her feel bad or anything. And so I was like, oh, this is wonderful. Thank you. And everything. And then I went and returned it, knowing full well that it's not the place where it was originally purchased. Because if I had gone with, anything if I had gone to, the Best Buy to do it and everything, then they'd be, there's a potential that it could go back to her. And I didn't want to do that. And so now I'm sitting on a $70 gift card to Walmart. Did I do the right thing in not saying anything about it? Or should I have just been straight up and said, you know what? I really appreciate the thought. I already have it, though.
I like where your head's at. Now, anyone in the audience, and Jared's already said no sin here. You could spin this into, hey, dude just got $70, but you put your mother-in-law's feelings first, meaning she spent a lot of money out of the kindness of her heart to get something that she is correct that you would like because you got the game already. And in that moment where there's probably some joy in her face, probably some like, hey, she
loves giving gifts.
Yeah, there's unless she listens to the blathering, there's no reason she needs to know, because you're going to be able to I'd fake it the rest of your existence with her. Just that, like, oh my God, the game was so fun. Thank you so much. Because
she wants to come over and watch me play it at some point because she loves Indiana Jones.
I'd say you're even clear pretending that I've never done this level. I'm so good at solving this puzzle. I think, and people are right. Brady says it's sweet. Laserbolt says you're just being nice. Vulcan Nerd does accuse you of consumer fraud, but
yes.
But so my thing, that's where I'm at. Steve, where are you at with this confession?
No notes. I think everything you said, Ken, was perfectly fine. We're on the exact same page. She got the joy of giving you a gift, and that's so mission accomplished there. The fact that you already have the gift and you are getting something of equal value is just how society works. That's totally fine. No reason to, confuse her or say any of that kind of stuff. Just, you don't have to embellish everything and say, hey, come watch me play. Just let it go.
No, that was her. That was her suggestion. She wants to watch because she loves Indiana Jones.
My mother-in-law gets me socks, so you got yourself a winner.
Yeah,
and I really do that way.
Stop while you're ahead.
Ethan, this is a great example of what Sinful Confessions is for. I think this is something we might have all faced. If not, maybe we'll face it again. But I think officially here, I'm going to absolve you of your sins. You have committed no social sin here. You are good to go. You're good to go.
Lovely. I appreciate that.
All right.
And then just one last thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plug for you, Ken.
Yeah.
Guys, if you are out there listening and you have sins that you need to have absolved, give a call into the show. It's very simple to become a member, and there are ways that you can pay for a YouTube subscription, to be a channel member on YouTube that won't come out of your pocket technically if you know the right way to do it.
But go into mine. But go into my pocket. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It'll go into Ken's pocket, but it doesn't necessarily have to come out of yours. All right. So get it. So let's get some new voices in 2026, y'all.
Let's do it. I love what Ethan's saying here, and I'm so bad at promoting myself. But we got to do it. I want to grow this live stream by 10 view. I just need 10 more average live stream viewers per episode. That's the immediate goal. Ethan, you're doing good. Also, for those watching on Twitch, you want to subscribe on Twitch through your Amazon Prime account. If you still use Amazon Prime, no judgment there. You can use that as well. So there you go. Ethan, I appreciate you, buddy.
Have a great rest of your night, boys. Bye.
All right, there you go. All right, appreciate that there. And King Sport Cal's here. King Sport Cal, Addy answered your AI question. Go back and watch it if you missed it. Thank you for the gifted memberships there as well. All right, Steve, you get a little break. I'm going to bring on Jared the TIE Pilot, and we're going to talk a little Game of Thrones. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to get to this one and had a lot of fun discussing Night of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 1. Thanks to all that, again, watched it on Casterly Talk. If you haven't yet listened to the episode, that's fine. I saw Addie said she's not loving the show, didn't watch the review, totally fine, but pop over, mute it, give us a like, and call it a day so we can get Casterly Talk back up and running in full speed. Jared, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Not too bad, Ken. How we feeling on this this cold ass night? Well, you're probably not cold because it's California.
Excuse me. It was 58 degrees today, and I had to layer.
For those who can't see, I'm just blinking at him.
It was very chilly, and and we had a threat of rain. And about 3:05 in the afternoon today, it sprinkled while Franny and I were walking. Okay, so it was cold.
Oh, Ken, it was cold. It was cold. It's gonna be 3 degrees tomorrow.
I'm in a hoodie on the show. That's how cold it is.
3 degrees tomorrow for me.
Okay, but that's your fault. Okay, just because you love Bill Burr and Carl Yastrzemski, just move out of there. Okay.
Fuck Bill Burr.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
That was yeah, but I stand by it.
Okay. No, I appreciate that there. All right, let's get right to it here. As he always does, Jared calls in here live to the Blathering, and we talk a little Game of Thrones with our Game of Thrones rewatch. We clip out and put it up on Casterly Talk. So if you're watching on the Blathering, go check out Casterly Talk. If you're watching on Casterly Talk, go check out the Blathering. Jared, we have finally reached, because I thought we reached this last week, Season 7, Episode 6. We're very far north of the wall. How are you doing today?
Oh, we're doing good, Ken. That's right. We got Season 7, Episode 6, directed by Ann Taylor, written by D&D. And as the memes on the internet like to go, it is Snow Team 6 time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I'll start here by saying I've referred to this as one of my least favorite episodes. And I watched this episode twice this week on rewatch because I enjoyed so many parts of it and had kind of the, oh, that's right, that is in this episode. And I'm still trying to wrestle with it on rewatch years later, Jared, about why I don't like it, but why I do love it. What's your overall reaction to this episode?
Actually, pretty same. And that's kind of been a lesson I've learned throughout this rewatch is, because it had been a while since I had started doing this with you, of watching the show. And, you have those same thoughts. It's like, oh, I vaguely remember that, not liking that episode. But it's Game of Thrones. Every episode has something in it that advances the plot in a way that you enjoy or unveils something about a character. Like, there is a lot to like in this episode, and there's still some things that I'll use the word kind of like frustrate me. The Arya and Sansa machinations. Right. I still am confused on how we go. Do they ever really not trust each other? Is it always just a game for Baelish? It's a very unclear plot to me.
Yes. Yeah, that's actually one of the biggest things about it. And this episode is very much about trust. In fact, I think every character at one point says the word trust. So I love that. That's a kind of a theme that shows up again often in Game of Thrones from the beginning to the end of the show. How do you trust and what's the nature of trust? And you have perhaps in the end, you have two characters, Daenerys and Jon, trusting each other in the utmost level. And, there's some heat building between the two, as we know. But we got Dany and Tyrion talking about trust. We've got the Snow Team 6 and their fun banter. It's still some of my favorite stuff is their banter. I love the kind of the Suicide Squad. I hate you. You hate me. You have a reason to hate me. I actually kind of like that there. So all that kind of works for me in an episode about trust. I'll jump right with you to the Arya and Sansa stuff. I have less of a problem with Baelish's eventual end, which we'll get to next week, than other people. And I know some people in my life who are giant Baelish fans, and they weren't happy with it. And I actually understand it. It's not one of those things that I'd pound my fist and say, no, you're taking it in wrong. I get it, but it works for me. But the buildup this season on the sisters fighting and the sisters not trusting, and I think there's some correct things that were brought up during the first run of this season of like, it's these women. Why do these two women have to fight with each other? Why do these women, but I could say, hey, look, they're sisters and that kind of thing is real. I think it gets confusing at one point I was watching this episode and the one before and going, do they know Baelish is watching? Is Baelish in the room? Are they doing this for us, the audience? Is it meta? Is it, and it just is unclear. I think it is one of the more, in retrospect, clumsier storylines in the show this season. That they'd have tension, that Arya comes back and is like very different, and Sansa is very different. I think it connects to season one. Arya even is mentioning like, you were going to be a lady, I was going to be. I think there's a lot of good things to be found in it, but overall it doesn't land. And I think this episode drives that home upon rewatch.
And to me, I feel like there's, I don't want to say simple fix, but for me, it's you add one scene, one private conversation between them where the beginning strife was real, where, like you said, they come back, right. They're very different women now than the little girls where they left each other. That letter, just, hey, what did you mean to do, stuff like that. But one scene where they, hash it out and then be like, wait a minute, Baelish is the prick that's trying to yes. cause all this. Let's fuck with him a little bit and whatnot.
Yes, I'm with you on that there. So that's one of the things that hangs over the episode. And also the fact that I don't know. I actually, I wouldn't, maybe I don't criticize, but this episode ends with, or this episode reaches its peak with Dany showing up. And by the way, I'm not one of the people, I get it, but I'm not one of those, how long did it take her to fly and how long did Gendry run? I don't care.
We don't question Gendry. Listen, let us not listen. Gendry gets the MVP, but if we had to give a co-MVP, it's the Raven that Davos sends down to Dany. Because that Raven got there and
it cooked, man. Yeah, and it's not that I don't want logic in shows. It's just like, it's so not fun to me. And this was when I was reviewing this show at Collider in season 7. I was reviewing this one at Collider on our Throne show there, and it was like, it's just so not fun or a big issue to me. The show has never said that things happen at the same time. The scene after one scene is not necessarily a second. It could take months. Like you don't know. Exactly. It was a long night. They were sleeping in the ice. You got Tyrion and Dany when she flies. Like I don't know. So, but to me, the episode reaches its peak there, and it's one of the only times where I would criticize the structure. Where she shows up, she saves him. Viserion is dead. I like the end beat. And again, don't care whether the White Walkers and the Whites got the chains to pull Viserion out. I don't care. I think they just had them. Who knows?
Sorry to cut you off, but I never even had that question until like probably somebody on Collider brought it up, and I was like, but does it matter?
It's just one of those things that especially looking back on the pop culture talking world of the day, and it's still prevalent. But I grew tired of that quick. And I used to have those kind of questions too, because they're kind of fun. It's kind of funny to go, were they just pulling these around? Or do they have, I think it's a fun question, but people use it as what they think is genuine criticism. And I just don't go for that, right? It's just not, it's like silliness. Like that's all the things going on in the episode. You're worried about the goddamn chains. They got the chains, the dragons of white. Like that's all you need to know. I think that's a good ending to the episode. But for me, there was a little bit of, I understand it, but it's like you reach this crescendo, and I include Uncle Benjamin, Uncle Cold Hands coming back. I love that moment.
Oh, that's a great one.
But then you go to the Arya Sansa stuff. Then you go to Danny and John, which is a great scene. But I don't know. It's just it's more of a clunky episode than I like. But so I want to ask you though. I like a lot of the things going on with Snow Team 6, even though it does reek of plot convenience in a way I had not felt in the show before. That's my biggest thing with Snow Team 6. It's like, all right, it's a crazy idea to go get a White Walker anyways, or a white, but the fact that it just kind of happens and one survives when they kill the rest, I guess that's where some of the logic fails. And I love the sequence. I love the snowstorm coming. I love the run to the ice. I love that Hound throws a rock that fucks them royally. Like, I love Thoros Amir. I like his death. I'm not one of the people that think other people should have died. But then you got the red shirts, the wildling red free folk red shirts getting just off to side. Not a problem for me, but so this episode has some big peaks. And then my final big criticism, and I'll get some of your thoughts on the actual Snow Team 6 stuff, Jared, is the Night King's javelin throw is one of the least athletic, worst throws I've ever seen on TV, and that I will take issue with. You can all argue about the chains. You can argue about, is there a camera in Arya and Sansa's room? But that throw is one of the worst throws ever captured, and I don't believe it took down a dragon.
As a former regional javelin champion, yeah, not good form. Not good form.
It's like when some actors can get a baseball movie and they throw great, and then others you're like, oh, that was not an athlete in high school.
No,
and
nobody will beat Charlie Sheen's pitching ability.
Absolutely, and Costner's good too. Anyways, your thoughts on Snow Team 6 and the whole episode?
It was one of those. I understood where people were coming from because it is one of those convenience of plots, but it was just as a man who's been playing D&D for 35 years, something like that, since 2nd edition, it felt like a session that I would DM with some of my old friends, where you'd have everybody their little role, and it's just the squad would figure out a way to leave one alive out of sheer bullshit because nothing ever goes right, and it's just. It's got to happen. It's one of those, listen, you can't have it just not happen. So,
Yeah. And again, I'm not going to be hypocritical of saying I don't give a damn about the chains or how fast Gendry runs. I get you want some logic in it. And I guess it's case by case. But for me, I just remember, because there's some great visuals. By the way, there's some great visuals. Them in that snowstorm and the bear. Even Gendry's like, do bears have blue eyes? And then the other one coming out of. I think it works. I think
that's one of the scariest stuff they've done for that show.
Absolutely, and I'm fascinated with things north of the wall. Since episode 1 of the show, and then diving through the books, I have always. That's probably where now. I used to say I'd go stay at the Night's Watch. That's the house I wanted to join, but now I think I just want to go north. I just want to bundle up, and I know it's 58 degrees in Burbank and I'm wearing a layers, but like I do it. So I love seeing stuff up there. I love how it plays out. In the end though, as Brady and our live audience is saying, it was a wildly fun episode. And that's kind of the thing for Game of Thrones with me. Even though you can say things don't work as much, in retrospect, the Dorne stuff didn't work as much. In retrospect, the Arya Sansa stuff, or even just as it was happening, didn't work as well. That's fine. I accept it. But at the end of the day, each episode has just things I absolutely love. And this episode had a ton of them.
Exactly. Then that's, I think, the strength of the show was you can't just everybody point to one episode and be like, yeah, we all think that was just bad start to finish. It's like, no, there's always something. There's always a plot line that you know, like I said, I've said it many times before. My favorite plot line was the Bran storyline. I loved all the magic and the three-eyed Raven stuff. So, you know, it's when I lost him for an entire season, there was still plenty of other stuff that I loved in season 5, even though my baby boy was off learning computer skills.
Yeah, he was uploading stuff. Yeah, no, I love it. And one of my favorite I wouldn't rank it high on my list of Game of Thrones conversations, but I think looking back and rewatching this episode this week, the Tyrion and Dany conversation and her saying, I don't need a hero, is fun. It reveals her kind of admiration for Jon that's growing. As icky as that might be to us in our real world, it's building and it's hot stuff, but I like that conversation. I think it's not only relates to the end of the journey, but it's also about the journey to this part of the show.
Yeah, no, definitely. The Tyrion and Dany stuff it really sets her up for just how almost alone she starts to feel by her, like just.
Yes.
I'm struggling to find the word of how to describe it, but she's isolated and she feels it.
Yes.
And it's mostly the world around her and partly a little bit of her own doing of just always making her circle smaller.
Mm-hmm. And losing key people along the way. I still think, if old Barristan Selmy was still around, some of this stuff would have been a little different as well. We're heading towards the end of season 7. Next week is an absolute all-star game, meaning much like an old all-star game in Major League Baseball when the leagues didn't play in interleague play, we're going to see people together for the first time or the first time in a long time. And I do love that about the finale of season 7. So we'll get
one of my
week.
favorite funny behind-the-scenes moments that we'll get to between two actors who dated each other.
Yeah. Jerome Flynn and Lena Headey. Yep, absolutely. Lena Headey. Right. Love it. Jared, thank you for calling in. I appreciate you, buddy.
Always. You guys stay safe. Have a good one.
All right, we will. There you go. Steve, we're almost out. We got some sports. We got some some movie questions coming in from Acres of Movies. Checking in. Love that. She says hello and thanks from Stacy. And Steve, important question. What's better? True Lies or Commando?
True Lies.
I think I go True Lies as well. And we'll take a confession from Jared too here. Jared wants to confess a sin here in a second. I True and through the scope of time, we do see that there's some tropes and stuff in True Lies that we maybe don't want as much anymore. But I get that, and there were some behind the scenes problems as well. I acknowledge all that. But I think it's a movie. I do love Commando though. Alyssa Milano, right? Kind of at the peak of her powers. Some great lines. I think it's been a longer time since I've seen Commando than True Lies, but I saw True Lies in the theater 5 times. 5 times I saw it.
I can't claim that, but no, I think just stronger cast overall for True Lies, in my opinion. Just deeper bench. You know what I mean?
Deeper bench indeed. Awesome. Thank you for that question. All right, let's take Jared. Jared, you get a bonus time because I appreciate your work you do for us on Casually Talk. No problem here, man. What is your sinful confession?
So it's more of a, did I sin against my own morals? So one of the last shows the band had, we used this this booking promoter who has been trying to get a big thing going, reached out to us to be like, hey, this venue's blah, blah, blah. We get there, long ass story short, he basically fucked us out of $500.
God damn it. Okay.
And, he's promoting live music and musicians and trying to tell people to support local art while he uses AI to make moving posters for Facebook and stuff. Like,
we don't approve of this.
And it's not even like, that good AI where it's tough to tell these days. It's that really bad, just early versions of like, but so I kept saying to the band, like, I just want to blast this dude online and be like, listen, you overcharged people at the door. You brought in, he was the promoter. He brought 0 people, 0. Everybody was there from us promoting ourselves.
Yeah.
So, but the band convinced me to not do anything public or anything, and just let it be. And if we play at a venue that thinks of hiring this gentleman, we'll let him know our experience. I'm like, yeah, but my morals really say to just go on everything he's ever fucking posted and be like, fuck you in so many words.
Okay. So what did you do?
I've done nothing, and that's what's hurting me. Like, have I betrayed myself? Have I gone should I just let the hate flow through me?
No. Okay. Steve, I'm going to get your final take on this here in a second. But for me, I ran into this again recently. I recently headlined a comedy club. That's all I'll say. But obviously, you all know. And once again, I got told I didn't sell enough tickets, even though, and Brady was there. It was pretty sold out. And I got ignored. My emails got ignored. And then I got told, you didn't sell enough tickets to get paid. So I got $0. I actually lost money on the show because I paid my comics and I paid for advertising. I talked to a good close friend in the industry. I'll leave his name out for now. And he said, you just kind of really can't. You kind of really can't do anything. You will be rewarded. Doesn't seem like it will, but you will be rewarded long term if you play it a little nicer. But that doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right, Jared. So I don't know if you committed a sin, but I do think you helped your band in the long run. Steve, what say you?
Yeah, I think by showing restraint, Jared, you've done this little thing called growth, which is something a lot of the world can't say right now. So I'm proud of you, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
There
All
you go.
right. Makes me feel a little better.
No sin of yourself. You're absolved of your sin.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Good night.
All
Stay
right.
safe.
Thank you, Jared. We're going to take a quick confession from Sean, and then we're going to close with some sports. Acres of Movies is asking a ton of great questions. I don't have time to answer all of them tonight, but they ask, what are your favorite news roundup movie news you've done before? This is the schmoes stuff I think that they're asking. My favorite one is the drunk movie news, because I was legitimately still hammered from drunk movie fights, had legitimately run out of, I've told the story before, but I legitimately ran out of the rideshare car that me and JT were in. I ran out middle of traffic, nearly had peed my gray suit, and ran into first a gas station and said, can I use the restroom? And the guy saw this sweaty, shaky dude in a suit and said no. And so I ran to the nearby hotel. But my favorite part of the story that I always love is I ran in to use the lobby bathroom. But because I, like a lot of the sins confessed here tonight, I have kind of I'm a good little boy kind of upbringing. I walked in to the hotel and went to the lobby bar and pretended to look at the menu and then actually pantomimed, I'm going to go to the bathroom first and then I'll order. And then I went to the bathroom and I was still hammered by the time I got to schmoes. So I think that one is still the all-time favorite one. It's imagine me in a gray suit and I'm sweat because I have to pee. Like I was in the back of the car. JT had ordered the car, and I'm shaking the legs. Right, I'm doing the shake. We're stuck in Hollywood Bowl traffic. Yeah. Hollywood Bowl traffic is legendary, and we're trying to get to Burbank. It's like a 45 to an hour ride from the Screen Junkie Studios, and I'm doing the shaky leg. I'm doing talk to me. I'm thinking no. I'm going to be fine. And I'm visualizing the ride. I'm like, all right, we just got to get past here. And then once we get the freeway in Barham, we're good to go. And then all of a sudden, I actually felt, and I'm drunk, I felt my muscles release. And I actually went, I will accept the pee. And I started to visualize pee in my pants. And then I had this snap out of it moment. And I just said, I got to go. And I jumped out of the car and I ran. And JT said the guy didn't really overreact. He just said, "Yeah, your friend okay?" That was it. That was it.
It's probably not the worst thing he saw that night, but
that's
you look so much more suspicious scoping out the bar and doing that whole charade than just acting like you belonged and just going straight to the bathroom.
So we'll do some sports here in a second, but Sean has a confession. Sean, he called in from Long Island, Queens, Brooklyn, all this stuff out there, not Staten Island. How you doing, buddy?
All good, brother. How you making out?
I haven't made out in about 3 years, but what's your sin? Confess your sin.
Yeah, so I once took my daughter to the park and we were hanging out and got some ice cream. And it was like, all right, listen, when we finish our ice cream, we're going to go home. And okay, cool. My brother texts me, hey, do you want to play some Call of Duty? I finished this ice cream as quick as I could. Said, well, I'm done. Are you done, Kira? She's like, no, help me. And I ate that down in one fell swoop. I says, all right, we're done with the ice cream. Let's go. I'm going to play. And
okay. Hit me. Is there more to
the worst brain freeze I ever had?
Okay. Well, that might have been God punishing you. So Steve,
absolutely what that was.
Yes. Steve, you're a parent. Maybe your kids aren't at the ice cream in a park phase yet. But you're there. So I'm going to lean on you, Steve. The sin, the proposed sin, if I'm reading this right, Sean, is you cut your kids' joy short to increase your joy. Now, unless, again, she's listening to this show, she might never find out. Maybe in her 21st birthday, maybe later on, maybe at a wedding speech. I don't know. I don't think there's a sin because I don't think she felt shortchanged. Steve, you're a parent, though. What do you say?
So I agree that I don't think it's a sin, but I don't think it's a sin just because the child is not developed enough to understand being betrayed. I think it's not a sin because at the end of the day, you're just teaching your child a lesson that, hey, kid, sometimes, this is just the way the world works. Daddy wants to eat his ice cream, go play Call of Duty. Guess what? Daddy's in charge. That's just kind of how shit runs. So you just got to kind of take that one today. And then one day you're going to be in charge. You're going to be able to scarf down ice cream and do whatever the hell you want. So circle of life.
I'm going to be honest, guys. I really didn't want the absolution. I just wanted to just laugh at the ice cream headache.
Well, look, sounds like, I say you're absolved of your sin, Sean, but it seems like God taught you a lesson to maybe be a little better.
I try.
He tries. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it.
Later, guys.
I love that. Absolutely love that. There you go. There you go. Oh, Addie. Okay. Addie has a question. Sean, you need to answer in chat. If you're still here, Shawnee. How panicked about New York snow this weekend should I be? Addie is traveling to the New York area to take in some local stage productions by local drama teams. And it's going to be bad there. So she wants to know. So Sean in chat, can you help her out there? He says, I honestly have no idea. That's how fucked you are, Addie. Locals are like, I don't know if we're going to get out of this one. We might not get out of this one. It might be like a 2012 action movie, end of the world thing going down here. So, okay. There you go. Steve, NFL picks. I did not do, we did a little bit of the breakdown. Where did my picks go? Where are we at?
Yeah, you broke them down a little bit on Monday. There's only 2 games this weekend. Nice and easy for you.
Okay, 2 champion. Oh, dropped that pen. All right.
Championship Sunday, Ken.
Okay.
So
AFC,
here we
NFC.
go.
Hit me.
Are you ready? Patriots are playing at the Broncos. The Patriots are a 4.5-point favorite on the road against the Broncos. The Broncos, remember, do not have Bo Nix, who I learned, Ken, I learned today on the radio, that is the shortest name in the history of the NFL. Not only does he just have a short name, he's quantifiably, that is the shortest name in the history of an NFL player.
It's fantastic. That's a great fact.
But he broke his ankle, so he won't be playing. Jarrett Stidham will be starting, and people have pretty much no hope in him, and so the Patriots are a 4.5-point favorite.
I love and you're a Nick Foles guy, right? Or at least you rooted for him. Like
Church of Nick Foles, yes.
What absolutely. A story this would be if this backup who hasn't thrown a pass in the NFL since 2023 comes in and wins the championship game and takes him to the Super Bowl. Whether they win or not after that, I think is gravy. I gotta tell you, I've been so bad at betting this year because I've gone with those kind of things. I think I've gotten too smart, but I also try to lean into the emotions of the game. I got to go with the facts. And the facts are, I hate to say this, but the New England Patriots have rebuilt faster than any team in the history of the NFL. They're real. Drake May's real. And I got to go Pats.
Yeah, they're back. Somehow the Patriots returned. Somehow Robert Kraft returned. It's the second Death Star all over again. This is the quarterback's really young. Their coach is really good. Like they're gonna do this again for 15 years. We're all screwed.
Yes.
Even sports don't have original ideas anymore, Ken.
Well, and that's why I watched the press conference, and as a lifelong Miami Dolphin fan, to hear this guy,
if that doesn't inspire hope, man, I don't know what does.
It's going to be a long road. It's going to be a long road, but we're going to get there. You could do this in 1 year. I will accept nothing less anymore. Now, we have a big cap problem, but there you go. All right, so I'm taking Pats. What we got in the NFC?
And in the NFC, we have the Rams going to the Seahawks. The Seahawks are a 2.5-point favorite at home. This is a huge rematch of 2 divisional rivals. They famously played extremely close this year. They were only 1 yard and 1 point apart in their 2 games so far.
I got to tell you, logic says Seahawks. And then I just said I got to go follow logic. But I got to tell you, Pats, Rams, little rematch, the greatest show on turf rematch there. I'm feeling it in this moment. I'm connecting with the energy. I'm going Rams.
Taking the Rams. Okay,
taking
so we're
the
gonna
Rams.
Get another. We have another. There was also that Rams Patriots game with that was the famous Jared Goff Rams Patriots Super Bowl, in which there was like 8 points scored collectively between both teams, and it was boring as hell. So if they play this year, I think it'll be a little bit more exciting than that.
Yep.
Taking the Rams. Yeah, see, I'm with you on thinking the Rams are going to win, but for me, it's just I am 100% fully expecting Sam Darnold to just either throw 3 interceptions or fumble really stupidly in the fourth quarter or just do something, because it just doesn't make any sense that this Sam Darnold arc ends with him going to the Super Bowl somehow. Like the Vikings are going to look stupid. The Jets will just eternally look stupid.
And he'd be the first. He's the first. He'd be the first 2018 class of 18 quarterback to get to Super Bowl, right? So that's that.
Yeah, didn't have that on my bingo card.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at with it. But so Pats Rams Super Bowl, but the Seahawks are great. I also got to say, I can't approve their uniforms in the Super Bowl. I don't think their uniforms deserve the Super Bowl. They're a good team, but I like it. All right, it's going to be good football though. That's the one thing I will say. Love that there. All right, we're gonna get on out of here. Acres of Movies coming in with a lot of great questions. I just could not get to them all tonight, so come back on another show and we'll ask more of those questions there. Thank you to all of you who super chatted. It really means a lot right now as I face like all of us, a tough month in the next month coming. But I really love y'all. We'll do it again. And Steve, we're gonna get some good confession music. I thought the confessions were great tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna do confession music. I'll turn my lights down or put like one of those like confession background, like the lattice or whatever. We're gonna do fancy stuff with this. We're gonna make.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it. Absolve the world of their sins, Ken. If someone's got to.
Someone's got to. I'll see you Saturday for Silly Saturdays. Maybe I do have a big show Saturday night, but maybe I'll do a little drinking for money. We'll see. Thank you all. Bye.